Hey, what's up, everybody? Steviebreech coming to you. In this video, is going to be talking about the push for Zack Ryder. Sadly, this is the push that will probably never happen. For some reason, he is in some sort of WB doghouse for some unknown reason that he just, can't dig out of. He's a guy that they will use this much when the fans want to see him this much. Overall, the fans are behind this guy because his gimmick is funny. He's come out of the hole. I believe the funniest line I've ever heard about Zack Ryder when he first came out and was breaking out on his own in ECW, and he was wearing the weird tights that were pretty cool because you'd never seen them before, where they were long on one side and short on the other. He was developing into this sort of Jersey Shore kind of guy before Jersey Shore was even the thing to be that TNA and Robbie E was copying. Um, you know, the Edge is the best one in his video called him the gay gym teacher, and I laughed at that. I thought that was way funny. But his character has evolved through ECW and Rosa Mendez getting put back on Raw, and just being this overall douchebag. He went through this little period on Raw when he was with Edge, and Edge was calling him worthless. Edge was calling him a joke. This is before he went to SmackDown. I honestly thought they were going to start to use Ryder right there. I thought that he was going to get some sort of fluke win, sort of like when Barry Horowitz beat Chris Candido on Superstars back in the day. I thought they were actually going to let him beat Edge, and that was going to start the spiral of him moving more towards the mid card. Overall, the fan, I guess you can call it like the fandemonium, or the fans being behind Zack Ryder. We don't even want this guy to be like in the world title, and a lot of people get behind the guy in the mid card. They're trying to push him up to the main event to get like a main title. There's a lot of people, that make videos, supporting John Morrison, this, that, and the other. Anybody else out there. I make videos about Jack Swagger, who is the man, but overall, we just want to see Ryder on TV, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. We don't care. It was pretty cool getting to see him on WrestleMania singing Friday, but I don't care if he is the Barry Horowitz of Raw. I don't care if he's the guy that just goes out there and puts somebody over week after week and doesn't have to win. I don't want him to be the Intercontinental or the U.S. champion or anything like that. I just want to see him on TV because it's entertaining. I love his theme song for some gay reason. I sing it in the song. I sing it in the car on the way to work. It's just it's good. He's over. When we went to Raw in Atlanta after WrestleMania, he was way over when he came out, like way over. And this was for a TV dark match. I mean, it wasn't even on Superstars versus Mark Henry. This is the match just to get people, away from the beer stands, away from the concession stands, into the seats. So that way, when Superstars starts, it doesn't look like they're performing in front of an empty arena. And they had a Ryder chant, and nobody was really behind Mark Henry, who got the win. Who, in my opinion, is one of the biggest douchebags that I met at Access. A couple days before. Um, but it's weird that the WWE gives their fans so much when they ask for it, and this one reason they won't get behind Ryder. And like I'm saying, I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking for a little. A lot of people that are making their WWE roster cuts, honestly, they have Zack Ryder on there, and I am fearful that he is going to get released. It doesn't really make sense. Where does he go from here if he does get released? Hopefully, he can pack up and head to another wrestling organization that's going to use him. Um, he's not too big of a star that ROH can't get him. He can go to TNA. The easiest thing I can think of is TNA to scoop him up, change his name, and just put him in a tag team with Robbie E. And, at least TNA is using that Robbie E guy, who's totally a ripoff of what Zack Ryder is in the first place. I mean, TNA is likes to throw rocks at WWE for the beautiful people and lay cool about, they copied them. But, straight up, Zack Ryder was around before Robbie E, and nobody ever really mentions that at all. But just let everybody know your opinions. I pretty much know what your opinions are going to be. I know the YouTube YWC community out there is 90% behind this guy. They want to see him on TV. I don't think anybody's really going to come out and say this guy's world championship material. But at least get him somewhere on TV where you can see him. He's funny. As you can see by his videos, even if he's doing like backstage skits, it's over and it works, and WWE should be using him, and they're not for some reason.